this meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We had an executive session before this meeting. We discussed mostly personnel tonight. Yeah, police negotiations, some litigation that we had from Royer and Robertson and the pension. Public comments on agenda items, please. Oh, come on.
Careful what you wish.
I know.
Hearing none? Hearing none? Okay, we'll move on. Approval of the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the city council meeting minutes, May 28th, 2023.
Second?
Properly moved second. Question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Registry of invoices. Auto draft.
I make a motion, we approve the auto draft payment, $2,737.45.
Second?
Properly moved second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. General fund.
Motion to approve the general fund in the amount of $251,161.49.
Second?
Properly moved second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Police allowance.
I make a motion, we approve the police allowance, $15,300.
Second?
Properly moved second. I have a question. What are those?
I am not sure.
Uniforms. It's a uniform.
Uniforms. Okay, those are for uniforms. Okay. Vote on the motion?
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Additional invoices. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I make a motion, we approve Highmark, $101,407.72.
Second?
Properly moved second. Question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Why
Jackson?
wouldn't this be included in the general fund?
These were additional invoices that were almost overdue, so they had to be paid before the meeting.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So yeah, we wanted to just separate them out so you're aware of those, that they were already paid.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vote on the motion?
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Next year bank.
I make a motion, we approve next tier bank, $29,012.62.
Second.
Properly moved second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Selective insurance.
Make a motion to approve the selective insurance company for $34,571.
Second?
Properly moved second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Waste management.
Make a motion, we approve waste management, $58,085.74.
Second?
Properly moved second. Any questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson? Yes. Gelfen?
Yes.
Dietz?
Yes.
Augenbaum?
Yes.
Reesinger?
Yes. Old business, redevelopment authority cooperation agreement.
Yeah, at this time, I recommend that we don't execute the agreement with the redevelopment authority. The agreement creates problems with the management of the employees. We have the employee split in time to both redevelopment authority and the city. It gets difficult to manage an employee that is devoted to two different interests, sometimes that are competing. Additionally, we could save money by taking the CDBG funds back in-house and potentially putting that money out for other projects, or using professional services from Urban Designs or the County Redevelopment Authority for administration of those funds.
The timing of this, though, is that ready to go? I mean, I think there's still a few loose ends, or am I misspeaking? So
We already have a contractual relationship with Urban Designs to do our annual CDBG application. We do have staff members in redevelopment authority, staff members working on the current CDBG project that should wrap up in probably about 2 months.
I think
You don't need any type of motion or anything, do you? That's just information?
Yep.
Okay.
Should go to. Yeah, we don't need.
No, good. Oh, approval to auction municipal vehicles.
Yeah, so the purpose of this item is to request City Council approve auction of the 5 vehicles on the list that we have. The Vector and the backhoe were recently replaced with new equipment. Recycling truck was previously used by Waste Management and no longer needed by them. They purchased a new vehicle. And the dump truck and light plant are older pieces of equipment that are no longer needed. So we would put those on a municipal bid and award those to the highest bidder with a reserve that would be set.
motion to approve.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. Question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Dietz.
Yes.
Augenbaum.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Redevelopment Assistant Capital Program recreational facilities.
So the purpose of this is just to discuss we have a $1.2 million RACP grant for recreational facilities. We looked at a couple different things that we could do with the recreational monies that wouldn't cost the city very much if we could use city land as a match for that grant. And typically it's a 50-50 matching grant. And we came up with, we could potentially use it to put in pickleball courts, resurface the playground area, and then conduct an evaluation of our playground equipment and update as necessary. We would have to get approval that our land could be used at 50% match, so it would be contingent upon that. There would be some costs for, we have to get appraisal, there'd be some engineering fees associated with the project that we'd be responsible for.
100,000 city? Maybe
Probably less, yes,
Yeah.
probably less than 100,000.
to get a million two.
Yep. So we can certainly. So we also evaluated looking at turfing the field, a soccer / football field up at the Sandy Recreational Park, and also the softball infield. Unfortunately, the costs were very high for that and above what we had in funding. So yeah, or if you'd like us to, we could pursue kind of that recreational component of pickleball courts, surfacing for the playground, and then new equipment.
Can I say first, I think we want to make sure whatever we do, we're looking at the legacy cost of what we're building and what we're maintaining down the future. But I know right now pickleball is a fad, but Amy, can we see what else maybe would be more beneficial? I don't know. I know that was talked about at one point from previous, but I'm just wondering if it's something we can maybe discuss what we want to use the money for. But I just want to make sure whatever it is, we realize there's a legacy cost associated with what we're building and maintaining from here on out.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if we can
What are
use
you
the
looking
property.
at right then?
Say that again, Elliot?
Would we be looking at the skate park equipment as well on that?
Yeah, so we can conduct an evaluation. Our plan was to get with our employees that are at the park facilities to see what their recommendations are. Also, as we look at, we have an old restroom facility that's kind of been abandoned out there. Also, that might be something we want to take a look at renovating or removing.
You want a motion just to do some research and get some cost,
Sure, yeah, and
cost study and
if
everything.
anybody has any ideas, like to hear what your ideas are for us to take a look at.
Here too.
I'll make the motion that we move forward with it. One, as long as the land can be used as a match, we are looking at the legacy cost associated with it. And see what's actually, maybe it's just replacing or updating something that we have at this point than building something completely new.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Dietz.
Yes.
Augenbaum.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Conditional use of 517 Liberty Boulevard.
I'm going to turn that over to Mr. Nasuti.
We had a planning commission last week, an application for a retail use of 517 Liberty Boulevard for a restaurant.
Is that the old
Officials,
officials? Okay.
yep, it's an
Official.
industrial zone, so it needs a conditional use approval for that use.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Dietz.
Yes.
Augenbaum.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Subdivision of Rice Complex Building C on Beaver Drive.
Again, last week at planning commission, we had a request to subdivide a portion of the property there at 90 Beaver Drive. We did parcel B, I believe it was, a year or two ago. This is another parcel. We'll have the building and parking along with it.
And Planning Commission
Recommended.
recommended? Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second that.
Properly moved in second. Question on the motion? Vote on the
What's
motion.
the purpose of the subdivision?
What's the purpose of the
He's
subdivision?
gonna be selling that to the doctor that currently is in that building.
He's gonna sell that particular building to somebody else.
Okay.
Vote on the motion?
Jackson.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Dietz.
Yes.
Augenbaum.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Assistant Public Work Director position, consideration to eliminate position.
Yeah, so we took a look at this position, and our recommendation is to eliminate this position effective August 30th of this year, 2024. The eliminating the position will save us money and potentially use for other positions that may be more needed. We would use the Sandy Township Public Works Director, the engineer, and also the manager as a backup if something were to happen to the sitting Public Works Director.
I make the motion to eliminate the Assistant Public Works Director position. Effective August 30th.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any questions on the motion?
What happens to the person holding this position? Is there other work for them? Or what happens there? Do we know?
Not this time. The position will be eliminated, so that individual would not have employment unless another position was created.
Any other questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Jackson.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Dietz.
No.
Augenbaum.
No.
Reesinger.
Yes. Reports. Not really going over any of those. Are those on the website?
Those are not, no, we didn't.
Okay. Zach, nice job.
Mm-hmm.
It was a busy month.
That was a busy month.
Slowed down a little bit now with the grass.
I was proud of you.
Still got a few of them.
Yeah, we had a little dry spell.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, and there was a lot of good stuff there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all we'll do for that?
Yeah, I can just have a little bit of a report for you.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that we are continuing to work with the financial consultant on refinancing of the 3 variable interest loans. We made some real good headway, had some good conversations, and should have some more information for you for the next meeting. We would most likely target early August for the actual ordinance for you to consider for that bond issue. I also want to let you know, Scott Farrell did just an outstanding job we had a Pennsylvania DEP inspection at our wastewater plant, very thorough inspection with the compliance.
Is that with the new one?
With the old
Old
and
one.
new one.
Old one.
So, yeah, Scott did a fantastic job. We got a really good report, and they continue to operate that old, outdated treatment plant to the best of their ability, and they do a real nice job down there. So, just wanted to give kudos out to him. Also, want to thank Scott Frando and the DuBois Little League. They had an event in the park this weekend, a free event for the community. Just overall excellent event, lots of turnout, and it was great to see so many people out there. And same thing, we want to thank the pastors for the church in the park. I'm not sure if anybody had a chance to attend, but what an excellent event. The message was just spot on, unity of the community, bringing everybody together. And I learned a lot, and it was a really good event. So we want to thank those folks for putting that on.
Okay. Public comment?
Kristen Vida, Chestnut Avenue. Number 10, the redevelopment assistance capital grant program. You said the land would be matched, like what, can you just talk a little bit, like
Sure.
what land are you referring to and?
Yep, so if we do, so it's a 50-50 grant, so we could receive up to 1.2 million, but we have to match that with $1.2 million. Instead of having that cash asset as $1.2 million, we could potentially use the parkland. So the area where we'll be conducting the upgrades of the equipment and those kind of things for that match.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So we'd have to get an appraisal of the land, and then they would say, yeah, the land's worth X dollars, and we can use that for that match.
Okay. But you're not selling that land?
No,
Oh, no.
no.
Okay,
No.
I just want to make sure that was clear. Because I think some people are wondering that.
Okay.
And then my only suggestion is, I know Scott Frando came quite a while ago and talked about, communication, especially with the Little League and the things that they're doing. And I know at one point, pickleball was mentioned. But I would throw an idea that T-ball field needs some work. And for someone who has a youth that, plays there when it rains, a lot of the games are
Done.
canceled, they can't be played because it's not turf. So maybe you want to make some upgrades to the T-ball field, just a suggestion.
Yeah, either now or in 2 weeks, come back with suggestions and stuff.
Yeah, there was actually
We're open to all that.
There was actually some work done on that before as far as looking at doing that. I believe there is some.
I think the Little League was
Is that
gonna do,
correct?
I think the Little League was gonna do
Something
something
with
with
that
it.
too, Chris, something about the Little League field, or the T-ball field?
We looked at converting the T-ball field into a different type of field.
Is that what that, okay. And then I know we were talking about doing something different at one point. So.
I just hope that, we get the input from the Little League organization.
Yeah, it's not something we're gonna be moving on even in 2 weeks.
No, we just wanted to bring it to your attention, see if you were interested in it, and we're trying to identify projects.
Yes.
Debbie McLean, Monroe Street. I have a question concerning the public notice in the Courier Express that on June 4th, 2024, the 1,287,710 net board feet of marked saw timber and 415 cords of pulpwood on the city property on our watershed, is this wood already cut? Or is this another timber cut that is being done in our watershed?
This is an advertisement, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is an advertisement to do a timber cut at the reservoir property.
I noticed in the budget that there is a projected income of $1 million for timbering.
That's correct.
How many cuts are we talking?
I believe we were talking 2 cuts.
That's what Mr. Kane explained.
Correct.
He was here that night on those areas on why they needed to be cut, to maintain the growth and health of the watershed.
I believe the last clear cut was done in the fall of '23.
It was bid in the spring of 23.
But we didn't get the money till the end of the year, is that how
We
that?
get paid in thirds, so the third when
In
they
thirds.
started, the third partway through. Yeah.
Okay, so I know it was mentioned during the February 12th meeting that there were issues concerning turbidity and filters needing to be cleaned more frequently at the treatment plant as a result of that clear cut. And if you could explain also the $10,000 fee that is required with each bid, how does that work?
It's a bid surety, so that if we go through all the work, the low bidder has to guarantee they're gonna do the project. So people that are not awarded get their bid securities back.
That's what I was curious about. Is there concern by anyone on council as to the frequent cuttings of timber on the city watershed?
You know, Mr. Kane, I thought, did an excellent job explaining that and how much better health the watershed is now compared to what it was however many years ago they started that. And I think that, you know, what's been going on out there, I'm not concerned. I really trust Mr. Kane and what he does. Spends a lot of time, very, very passionate. If you were here, he's very, very passionate about what he does and how he does it. And it promotes more growth for generations, you know, the way it's done. So I think he does a fantastic job with that, and, you know, take his recommendation as such.
I heard him speak whenever he was here the last time. And I know at the January 8th council meeting, the $450,000 proceeds from the 23 cut, which Chris just said was in the spring, that was used to balance the city budget. What is the projected money going to be used for with this cut?
So we did have it to balance the budget and also to put into a new building addition here, and or capital reserves for the water system.
Okay. In my opinion, I have concerns about the continued use of timbering to balance the budget. It seems like we're paying a high price for potentially placing our watershed at risk for future problems on one of our most precious resources in our community, which is our water. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
David Brett, Sandy Township. Question. She referenced clear cut. Have they been clear cut or have they been select cuts around the watershed?
Most of them are select. The one we did at the treatment plant last year wasn't clear cut.
And did that affect the turbidity of the water, or is it the ones back near the reservoir itself?
The one at the treatment plant, it's not in the water.
That's what it is.
It's on this side of the divide.
Yep. So then we have, at our camp, we have a pond, and they did some cutting upstream of us, and we had, you know, the problem with the pond filling in and needing to get permits and whatnot to dig back out. But as a result of, you know, upstream, not quite clear cut, but damn near clear cutting. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Jen, any comments?
I want to thank Zach. There were pages of citations, and it's amazing how many people don't cut the grass. So Zach was really out pounding the pavement with that. Scott Farrell, I'll go back to when we did a tour of the plant. It is so clean out there. It is amazing to see, very interesting. If you ever have the chance to tour out there, well worth it. And timbering. I do trust Mr. Kane that was in here, and knowing what we came into, unfortunately, yet we are still using money to balance the budget, but with cuts that we're, doing and, some other things, hopefully down the road, I would love to see that put back into the watershed for the future. Absolutely.
Scott? Or Sean?
No, I said everything I needed to already.
I'm good,
Jim?
thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it back there, Jim.
Said I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Elliot?
Yeah, I want to echo Sean. Congrats to the DuBois Little League on a great event this weekend in the park. Everyone had a great time. Especially, I thought the home run derby was really well executed and really exciting. Great finish there by the boys at the end. Came down to one swing, and awesome fireworks show. So congrats to Scott and the Little League on a wonderful event. Upcoming events this weekend, DuBois Days is going on in the park. There's going to be all kinds of activities, entertainment, food, tons of inflatables for the kids going on from Friday afternoon through Sunday. So please try to stop down and support everybody. Put a lot of time and effort into that, putting that on for the community this year. And then Music in the Park starts on the 20th, I believe. So we don't have another meeting before that. So it's always a great series every Thursday night down at the park. They always have great acts. So support that as well if you can. That's it for me.
Thanks.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Properly moved second. Vote on the motion.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yeah.
Dietz.
Yes.
Audible.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes.
Yes. I found it.
That's what we were thinking. It'd be nice to give something to football,